So Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast is getting sued by the company behind the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight. If you'd like to learn why and how this happened, I have a video up on my channel talking about it, but today we are going to be taking a look at the Twitter reactions to this whole situation unfolding. Starting off with, of course, Ethan's rival, Keemstar, who tweets out the press release from Triller and comments on it by saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got him." He then further elaborates in this Twitter video titled, "Thoughts on Ethan Klein facing 5 years in prison for allegedly illegally broadcasting Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight."
Well.
Keem then makes another Twitter video titled, "Why Ethan Klein is facing up to 5 years in prison explained."
You're probably wondering how H3H3 is facing 5 years in prison. Well, this is how.
Absolutely insane. 1.5 million pay-per-view orders. I didn't pay for that shit. I almost did, but Ian came through with the link. Daddy.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about. You play cool?
You didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't do anything.
Ian, you sent me the link. Come on. You had like backups on backups and backups. I was like, this one's not working. I'm going to buy it. You're like, hold strong. You sent me one that worked. Can you send me that infograph, somebody?
Oh, okay. So is he saying that I don't know, guys. Maybe he's saying he pirated the fight and didn't pay for it.
You guys watch the Jake Paul boxing?
Boy, did I ever.
Bro, I saw this joke online, but so I'm not going to claim this as my own, but it is what comes to mind. I fucking pirated that shit, and I still felt robbed.
Ooh, okay. That's sounded like he just admitted to pirating. And wait, what is this? He broadcasted the fight on his podcast? The full fight after pirating it and admitting to pirate? That's not good. Wait, hold up. Is that an unlisted video that he's broadcasting this fight from with only 2 views? Well, he had to have been the second one to view it, so where did that come from? Did he download it and re-upload it? Did someone on his team do it? I mean, these are...
Alan responds to Keemstar's video by saying, "Imagine having an H3 folder on your desktop, laughing my ass off. What a dork." Keemstar quote tweets him and says, "H3 accused me of killing a person and about 25 other things I did not do. He's ran campaigns to deplatform me and my companies that have an evaluation of 45 million plus. And you're shocked I have folders on him? How dumb are you?" Wait, so if H3 broadcasted the Triller fight to 1 million people and the pay-per-view was $50, does that mean Ethan caused Triller $50 million in damages? Nicholas Diorio comments on this by saying, "Hey Fupa for freedom, do you think you could help H3 Productions? I honestly like to see Ethan Klein survive in prison. Like the type of stuff he was doing would never fly there. Just to reel in the memes. I bet if anything comes from this Triller versus Ethan Klein lawsuit, and that's certainly an if because this could easily go nowhere, I doubt it would be a criminal case. I doubt he will have to pay the estimates people are tweeting, and he'll probably settle. I hope everyone isn't believing the prison memes at face value. It's just funny to watch the cringe defenders cry and maul and cope and seethe. Ethan admitted he pirated it on Philly D? Why? Lol. So he flat out lied on Twitter. He said in text to Philly D, "I do not want to support a credibly accused ist." Can you explain what the difference between accused and credibly accused is? These tweets are obviously in reference to the statement Ethan made on the Philip DeFranco show, which again I talked about in my last video. Something else I talked about there was his first statement that he made on Twitter and then quickly deleted, where Ethan said he did not broadcast or pirate the event at all. Keemstar then points out the contradiction by quote tweeting this clip from Ethan's podcast.
But I don't know why the ref called it. I just found that the obscene.
You know what?
I waited
I felt that way.
fucking long for that.
You watched?
I watched the whole. I bootlegged it. I pirated it.
Keemstar also says that he reached out to Leafy for a statement. That statement being, LOL! Keem then says, I would love to see H3H3 try and survive another lawsuit. Like, the content that he was making would never fly on YouTube today, and you have to adapt and overcome the fact that, like, you can't even illegally stream the fight now. Like, I don't know. Keem then tweets out, H3H3 sound guy is privatizing evidence in alleged criminal and civil case with Triller, showing that the enlisted video from H3's podcast has been privated. Drifter responds to Keemstar by saying, probating the video isn't destruction of evidence. Even deleting it probably wouldn't be because they have definitely already sent a subpoena to YouTube for everything. Hope that man set himself up in LLC for liability shielding. Keemstar then makes a Twitter video titled, gloating about H3H3 lawsuit, etc.
Yesterday, the news came out that Triller is going to sue H3H3, and, he could potentially get charged criminally and be facing 5 years in prison. And a person responded to me, and they said, how could you be gloating? How could you be so happy about this? He has a kid. His kid could grow up without a parent if he was jailed for like 5 years or whatever. And that's stuck in my mind. This tweet came out last night. I can't stop thinking about it. Because it's like this moral dilemma that I have. Like, yeah, it's kind of messed up that, I would have that line of thinking, but y'all know what I've been through with this guy? Does anyone know what I've been through with this guy? I mean, just last week, Ethan was saying that I killed another creator, that I need to be deplatformed on every platform, and that I need to have my kid taken away from me. I shouldn't have a daughter. This is just last week, so, man, when you say, I shouldn't be gloating because this horrible thing could happen to Ethan, it's kind of hard not to. It is actually really hard not to. I've been dealing with slander and lies, and, there's a bit of truth in the stories that he's talking about, and then he misrepresents, a whole section to make it as worse as possible and to just change the entire meaning of that story so it sends as much hate on me as possible. This guy has never given any respect to the facts, reality. He made a 3-part content nuke on me. All BS. Every single video, something was wrong. Lies, manipulation, right? Sent an unbelievable amount of hate at me. I lost my sponsors. He lost sponsors because my fans were going after his sponsors. I told everyone not to do this, but they did it anyways. And I reached out to Ethan Klein on 2 separate occasions trying to offer peace with him, trying to put the community first before our little beef. I reached out to him. I was like, listen, we got to stop this stuff. Ignores me. I tried to box him man to man. Let's settle this. Ignores me. So it's like, I am at the point where this guy's literally trying to ruin my life, trying to ruin my children's life. What do I do?
T. Martin responds to Keemstar's video by saying, he's done the exact same thing, slander, misrepresentation, etc. to me with Lotto in 2016, as well as countless other creators over the years. Would never wish bad on anyone, but karma is karma. Ethan Klein responds to him by saying, if karma was real, you would be in jail. To which T. Martin responds, remember when you hid from me at Universal because you were too scared to have a conversation with the guy whose career you were trying to end? I'll trust the FTC to do their job on my investigation, where they found nothing illegal apart from improper disclosure. Naughty YouTuber. DX Reaper responds to T. Martin by saying, imagine being a grown-ass man trying to fight another grown-ass man at a theme park and bragging about it. T. Martin responds, I wasn't trying to fight anyone. I had no idea he was there. He bragged after the fact on his podcast that he hid from me. Never would have known about it otherwise. DX Reaper responds, you know Keem is gonna ham this up, bro. It's not worth it. T. Martin responds, I'm not trying to beef, especially over something from 2016. I was just stating my experience with the guy. He has a track record of abusing his influence and making false accusations. That's all. Keemstar continues to post about Ethan when he posts this clip with the caption, ironic, don't you think?
Keemstar, I feel like he will push someone some sort of way and maybe won't be as forgiving as other people in the past have been, and he'll get sued, he'll lose everything he has, something bad's gonna happen, and it's
I don't know. He's pretty much done all the worst things possible.
Keemstar also tweets out thoughts on the new drama alert, to which Nate responds, H3H3 blows my mind, honestly. How stupid can he be? Keemstar quote tweets him and says, yeah, I cannot wrap my head around how stupid it was. Mudahar comments on all of this by saying, we should sue Triller for hosting such a garbage event, to be honest. He then makes a Twitter video about it titled, Triller H3 lawsuit thing.
So Triller hosted this fight that I'll fully admit, my dead great-grandmother had more life into her than this Jake Paul whatever fucking fight that I had to watch. Really dumb, but apparently motherfuckers be getting sued for illegally streaming, pay-per-view material, right? You got a bunch of cases. Ethan Klein's the one that's been talked about the most, but there's a few others. And I've been looking into this. Apparently, they have the settlement bullshit where, like, you go onto their website, you pay them the pay-per-view amount, and then, it's done. They also said on the same page that, like, hey, listen, motherfucker, this doesn't exempt you from any other future case. So that's kind of weird. But then I'm looking into it, and I saw the penalties, and it's like you either pay up to $150,000, which, god damn, or you get, you dodge penises in prison for 5 fucking years. It's a shitty situation, but I still think Triller should be sued for hosting a fucking boring event. Just saying.
Emperor Lemon also makes a tweet about this that says, haven't been the biggest Ethan Klein fan for the past few years, but the fact that he could actually spend 5 years in prison for streaming a boxing match is batshit bonkers and terrifying. He could have legitimately smacked a cop in the head and be facing less severe punishment, showing that the maximum punishment for something like that is a $1,000 fine and 1 year in jail. And that's about it for the tweets about the H3 Thriller case. Outside of Keemstar, there wasn't many people talking about it, but I hope you enjoyed the little I was able to show you anyway. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, and thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel. In particular, Scrubby, who's donated $100 a month. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.